Hey guys, welcome to Sun-Kissed Reactions. My name is Courtney. Today we're going to be getting into My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 1. Now before you go and try and look for Seasons 1 through 4 on the channel, they're not going to be there. This is a brand new channel and I wanted to start it just in time for Season 5 of My Hero. So before we get into My Hero, let's talk about, or before we get into Season 5, let's talk about Season 4 a little bit. I just kind of did a rewatch about a month and a half ago, so I'm a little bit fresh on the season, but let's talk about what happened in Season 4. It started off with the whole Aerie and Overhaul situation, where Overhaul was using Aerie's power, her rewind power, to make bullets, ones that can take quirks away. And he did succeed with taking Mirio's quirk away. Now, they did say that it might not be permanent. We need to have Aerie get her power under control. So she's living in the dorms. Eraserhead's taking care of her, I guess, playing daddy. Because if she gets out of control, he's the only one that can stop her from using her quirk. So Overhaul's been arrested. Shigaraki took one arm. Mr. Compress took the other, who now has a metal arm. That's great. He's got auto mail. That's great. And then we go on to the second half. And we lost Sir Night-Eye. So that was pretty sad. He had a pretty OP power though. So I probably knew he probably wasn't gonna last, but it was still really sad. And then the second half dealt with the school festival, and then it dealt with an interesting criminal, or villain, gentle criminal, and La Brava, his little sidekick. And they were fun. He was very eccentric. She was very in love with him. And they were just very fun, very low stakes. And so Deku, he was gonna come into the school festival and ruin everything, and Deku said, "Nuh-uh, no you can't, because we have a little girl that needs to learn how to smile." And so he was successful in stopping them before. The school festival went off without a hitch. Aerie did smile. Tears were shed. It was a great moment. And then the last two episodes were very much different episodes for the season, especially for a final two season. We had the Japanese Billboard hero chart ranking of the top 10 officially. And so Endeavor is now our number one hero because All Might is effectively retired. He is no longer All Might. He's now Toshinori Yagi. But he's still around. And then we got an introduction to a very interesting character. And very quickly became a fan favorite with Hawks. I believe he was 22, so he's one of the youngest to have an agency. And he's the number 2 hero. And he has a really interesting power. He has wings, so he can fly. But I believe his quirk is called Fierce Wings. And he has basically all his wings under his control. So he can save them. He fashioned them to look like swords. Kind of reminded me of Levi from Attack on Titan. It was funny. And then he used them to help push Endeavor up with the high-end Nomu that talks and can birth, apparently, other Nomu. Very high intelligent Nomu. And they wanted to take him in alive. And he can regenerate like crazy. And Endeavor said, well, nope, that's not going to work. So Hawks sent feathers his way and like pushed him up into the atmosphere so that he can burn him up, that Endeavor can burn him up, and he did, and he fell, and he raised his fist, and it was such a powerful moment. He said plus ultra. That is pretty much how it ended. And then their after credits scene was really interesting, where Deku was sleeping and he had a dream, a vision of all of the previous owners or holders of One for All. And All for One was there as well. So he was just kind of watching. He saw, from what I can remember and what I understood it to be, was he was watching All for One, I had to think about it, give the One for All power to his brother. And then the brother even reached out to Deku and was like, you're the ninth, or something like that. And then Deku woke up and his hand was all glowy, like what he normally looks like when he does like plus ultra 100% or whatever. And then like the glass broke and a chair flipped over. It was very bizarre. And then that's how it ended. So I'm not really sure where we're going to go from here. I'm looking at the new poster, and it looks like you've got Class 1A on one side and Class 1B on the other side. And so that'll be fun to see Class 1B. We know some of Class 1B. Like we know Tetsu Tetsu. We know Kendo, the Big Fist Girl. And I don't remember the one's name with the copy quirk, the one that's really annoying that Kendo's always karate chopping his head, knocking him out. But what I find interesting about this poster is Shinso. I don't remember him being in Class 1B. I don't think he was. I think he was just in general studies, but I know he wants to be a hero. And again, he's a fan favorite for a lot of people. He has the brainwashing quirk. He's looking right now a little bit like Aizawa, which is interesting with the little wrappings like Aizawa has. So it'll be interesting to see where we head. Is it a competition? Are they going to do like another thing like they did, like a tournament thing like they did in season 2? Like a sports festival type situation? Not sure. So we'll just have to get into it. So with that being said, before I start the video, please make sure, if you like this video, please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way when I release a new video, you can hear about it first. Gonna be doing some other anime as well in the works, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, so let's just get this started. I am going to try to put these on YouTube. If I have issues with putting them on YouTube, then they'll have to be linked to somewhere else. But we'll kind of see how it goes. I don't want to get copyright strike, especially with being a brand new channel. That's really not a good look. And anime gets copyright stricken a lot, unfortunately. So I might have to do like some others have done, and just link it to like a Vimeo or something, which it wouldn't be hard, and it would be of no cost to you. So I also am going to try and start a Patreon soon, so stay tuned for that. This is going to be a live show, so there wouldn't be any early access, but I'm going to try to where I can get the full unedited version without the reference footage. However, you would have to provide your own reference footage, but it's super easy to sync up. I do it all the time. So with that being said, let's just get this started. Okay, one big thing, I thought maybe they were going to get to it right there. I forgot to mention before I started this My Hero Academia Season 5 journey, that I have been spoiled on two pretty major things that are going to be coming up. I don't know when. I thought maybe it might have been right there. I'm not going to say what they are because there may be somebody who's watching this for the first time who has no clue about what is in the manga and whatnot. I have not read the manga, but thanks to Google, there are two pretty big things that I have been spoiled on. And when those things do come up in the show, I will address it then. Anyway, so yeah, that was the first episode of season 5. It was pretty much what I thought it might be, which was just a good recap of what just happened. And then they not only did a recap of what just happened, but then they had a class drill where it was a good medium for them to remind us, the viewers, of what all the quirks and hero names of class and their special move, right? Of what class 1A, what all they can do. I wrote down some that I didn't know. I wrote down some I did and had just forgot. So we got Koda's finally, which he has Anna voice, so he could speak to animals, but his hero name is Anima. So that's just the short. It's just an animal without an L. But so that's cool. I hope that we get to see more of our guys as well as other classes as well, which I think that's what they're setting up for. Let's see. Sugar Rush, I don't remember his name. Sato, I think his name is Sato, maybe. His hero name is Sugar Man. Sugar Rush is his thing. Mineta's is Grape Juice. Okay. I always liked Tokiyami's Tsukuyomi. That's a cool hero name. I think one of my favorite hero names is Kaminari's in Charge Bolt. And of course, Bakugo got shut down with he can't have King Explosion Murder or Lord Explosion Murder. So he is undecided on his name, his hero name. But still quite pretty powerful. Todoroki's just going with his first name, Shoto. Again, he's pretty powerful. And then, of course, we have Midoriya as Deku. So I thought Hagakure's warp refraction was really cool. Now, in I believe it was season 3, when they were in their hero training, her ultimate move was, I don't think it was warp refraction. I think it was just light refraction. So I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. I don't know when I think of warp, I think of like, you're gonna like warp to another place. So I don't know, can she like warp her refraction into somewhere where she's not. Like maybe where was she? Because she's invisible, right? We can't see her except for if she's got gloves on. So I that'll be interesting to see what comes of that. If it's different than just her regular light refraction, that would be cool. If she can actually like be on one side of a room or the street or whatever and like warp her refraction and blind somebody that is robbing a store or something, that would be really interesting. I think they didn't say it here, but I also really like Sue's camouflage move. I don't think we saw it in this episode, but I remember when she came up with that. That was super cool. Maybe they can work together, those two. So yeah, they had to go save. They had to go save Mirio from drowning in the river, and then they had to stop Hado and Amajiki from being the villains. And Bakugo did just that, whilst turning his classmates' hair into broccoli. So that was nice. Little afros. They had little afros going on. It was super cute. And then that after credits scene where Endeavor is in the hospital thinking about what just happened, and Hawks came over to save him from falling over, and then Dobby comes up. Where did Dobby come from? Why was he watching? Was he watching for a specific reason? Or what? But he said, what did he say? He said, "This is the first time we're meeting, right, Endeavor?" Kind of sarcastically, like, we've met before. I don't know where. But we'll find. I'm pretty sure we'll find out maybe next episode. But it looks like, because Endeavor's in the hospital, that Hawks is going to be meeting with Dobby instead. So that should be an interesting fight or talk or both. I don't know. But yeah. And we had a new intro. The intro focused on some of the Class 1A, but it really kind of focused on this whole Deku versus Shinso thing. So that'll be interesting if that ever comes to light. My hero's not incredibly bad about spoiling stuff, other than it's very loose. It's like, okay, they might fight, but in what context are they going to fight? But yeah, so yeah, that was just pretty much a recap episode. And I can't wait for the next one. If you have not noticed by now, I am watching the dub to this. I have gone now 89 episodes in the dub. I don't plan on switching right now. If there are things in the future that I would want to watch that doesn't have a dub, I am not opposed to watching that. But anytime I can get my hands legally on a dub, I will react in dub. That's just the way it will be. But there are some things such that don't have dubs that I do want to see, such as Vinland Saga or Banana Fish. I'd love to see both of those, but they don't have a dub. They very well may never have one. And so yeah, we'll see. I'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, I will be reacting to the dubs that I can get my hands on. So yeah, I guess that's it. So until next week, like, share, comment, subscribe, and enjoy. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.